Hey YouTube, how you doing? I'm back with another video. So basically, I wanted to put this video out because there's been a whole lot of you who've been asking for this one. A lot of you who have currently the Pulse CCM build for KODI. Currently, right now, a lot of it's not working. Meaning that if you're currently or have an older version of the Pulse CCM build, you probably when you go into it to click on movies and TV shows, when you try to watch something, you'll either get only standard definition links, or certain titles you'll click on and you won't find any links at all. And what's happened is that before you used to be able to download the Pulse CCM build through the Ares Wizard. Well, as of right now, the Ares Wizard is no more. They've been hit with a cease and desist. So you can't get the Pulse CCM build through the Ares Wizard. So forgive me, I'm shooting this video through my phone just as a quick and dirty way to get this video out there to you guys so you guys can get back up and running. So for the sake of the video, I've downloaded a fresh version of KODI, which is version 17.6. Now, if you are currently on 16.1 and you've looked at my previous video to go from 16.1 to 17, I highly recommend doing that. So if you're seeing this video for the first time, check out my previous video on how to update your KODI from 16.1 to Jarvis to 17 Krypton. The rest of that video continues on how to do the download the Pulse build through the Ares Wizard. So once you update the KODI, you can stop the video and check out this one, okay? So if you already have an existing 17 and up version of KODI, what I highly recommend is you can just delete the content from within KODI. And you can do that either by going into KODI and doing a fresh start, or the easiest way, and this works if you're on Android 6.1 or Android 5.1 or higher, you can simply go into settings. And this format's the same in Android 5.1 and up. You can go into apps, downloaded apps, and when you get into downloaded apps, you go into KODI. And when you get into KODI, what you would do if you currently have the old version of the Pulse CCM build is you would clear cache and you would clear data. If you clear those two, when you open up KODI, you'll go into the base model version of KODI, okay? So we're gonna get right into it and we're just gonna jump in. So I'm gonna open KODI, and as you can see for this video, I've downloaded 17.6, so it is the most recent version. Just give it a second here. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the base model version here of KODI. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to settings, and we're gonna go over to system settings. And we're gonna go over to add-ons. And then we're gonna look at unknown sources. So you want to see if that is already turned, allow unknown sources. You want to see if that's turned on or off. If it's off, turn it on. If it's already on, cool. In this case, it's already on mine, so we'll just continue. So once you've turned on unknown sources, we want to go back and we're going to go into File Manager. And under File Manager, we're going to add a source, and we're going to type in HTTP. Sorry guys, just shift colon / Fire TV Guru .net / Fire. Okay, now you can change that name if you want for at the bottom of the media sources. I just leave it as Fire, and then I just hit OK. All right, so now that we've done that, we've added that source. Now we're going to install from there. So before we would get the Pulse CCM build through the Ares Wizard, now we're going to get it through the Fire TV Wizard. All right, so We're going to back out of this, back out again, and now we're going to go down to add-ons, and we're going to click on the box with the open flaps, and we are going to install from zip file. Okay, so we're going to click on, in my case I named it Fire, and you're going to see two options here: repository firetvguru.zip or repository Citizenus003.zip. You only need this one, the first one, the firetvguru.zip. All right, so we're going to click on that, and we're going to let that do its thing. All right, it's been installed, and then we're going to go up to install from repository. See there, so we're going to go up to install from repository, click on that, and we're going to go down to Fire TV Guru. Okay, and then we're going to select Program Add-ons. Make sure you guys see that, Program Add-ons. All right, so you're going to see a couple options here. We're going to go down to the second last option, Fire TV Wizard. Select that, and it's going to ask us to install it. In this case, yes, we do want to install it. So install. You'll see it's downloading in the corner here. All right, it's installed. Now you're going to get this pop-up message. So what you want to do in this case is you want to dismiss this. Basically shows that, you know, it's being supported by the Fire TV Wizard and additional information there. Feel free to look through that if you choose. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to go to dismiss. Now you're going to see this pop up. Now this is for if you haven't fresh started your KODI and you already have a build existing. If you want to try and keep certain things, you can. But if you're already using the Pulse CCM build, odds are there's a lot of stuff that isn't working. So I just say for the sake of cleanliness, you're better off just wiping your KODI like I showed earlier on in the video, and just completely start fresh and clean and just go through. So I'm not going to select anything. I don't want to keep anything. It's a fresh build of KODI. So I'm just going to hit continue. Okay, and now this window pops up here now. That gives you two choices: the build menu for the Fire TV Wizard or ignore. In this case, we want the build menu. And it's going to load it up. Okay, so now towards the bottom here is where we're going to go down to. So there's 3 builds available. So when you go down, you're going to see Fire TV build 17.0, and it'll give you a little brief preview of what it looks like. The one that we're after, which is the Pulse CCM Krypton, and then the Fire TV build Krypton Lite. Okay, now you're more than welcome to try out these other builds, but for the sake of this video, it's all about the Pulse CCM Krypton. So I'm going to click on that. All right, so now it's going to bring you to this page now. So we want to go down to where it says the heading that has install, and we're going to say standard install. Okay, I'll just show you that one more time, standard install. We're going to select that. All right, and now it's going to ask me one last time, would you like to download and install the Pulse CCM 17.11.20? So yes, we want to install. And we're going to go from there. Okay, so now depending on your internet connection and how busy the server is, this will fly in some cases, or if it's really busy, it may take a little bit of time. It's not doing too bad. So what I'm going to do now for the sake of the video is I'm just going to pause it here, and then I'll come back as soon as it's finished downloading. All right, so we're just wrapping up here now, and I was going to start to install. So the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is that sometimes when you install, you might get an error. So what I've seen the last few times I've done this is when you get an error, if you actually view the error log, it tells you it has something to do with the music. So if you get that and you view the error log and you see the same thing with it's something to do with the music part of the build, don't worry about it. Just click OK. It depends on how anal you want to be. Most people, like I said, use Pulse for movies and TV shows. So if you're not really using the music, that's fine. Again, there's all sorts of resources out there to use music. It doesn't mean that anything in the music won't work. It just means that there might be certain aspects of it that doesn't. So in this particular case, just like I said, I got the error there, but I'm not too concerned about it. So it'll let this finish up on its install, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so it's almost done. And Okay, so there we go. It shows that there's been one error. Do I want to view it? Sure, no problem. View the error. And there you see here. Plug-in video music source. Okay, not a big deal. Like I said, if you want to try and reinstall it and go from there, you can. But again, it's not going to affect for you to watch movies and TV shows to enjoy the content you want. So I'm just going to close this. And then I'm going to get this message here. It tells you to save the changes, you need to force close KODI. Press OK to force close. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit OK. And it's going to kick me out of KODI. So now typically you can, at this point, you can go right back in if you want. I normally give it like 10 seconds and then I go back in. So now, should be good now. I'm going to go back into KODI and you should be on the updated version of the Pulse CCM build. So now, while this is loading up, you should see you'll notice right off the bat there's a couple of changes. So the main reason for this update now, guys, is that they've updated the URL resolver. So basically, what that is that when you click on a movie or a TV show, basically the URL resolver is what searches out there to find you the best quality content. So if you're still running the old Pulse CCM build, that's why you're probably either A, not finding any links available, or any links you do find are just standard definition or older ones. So there we go. We're seeing the updates come through here now. Now, as well too, as far as I know, Covenant has been shut down. So right now, the main one I'm using on the updated Pulse CCM build is Elysium. This is just the updated message from the developers of the Pulse CCM build to show that it's being supported by FireTVGuru.net as opposed to the Ares Wizard. And what I'll do is I'll just close this. Important thing to remember, guys, especially when you go into this the first time after you've done the update, is even if it looks like it's frozen, just leave it alone, let it do its thing, and let it do its updates. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to let it do its updates. So I'm just going to, again, I'm going to pause the video one more time, just let it finish to do its updates. I normally give it a good 5 minutes and let it do its thing. So I'm just going to pause here, and I'll be back with you once this is done. Okay, and we're back. And now my new Pulse version CCM is all updated. Now, again, as you can see, guys, there, if you look under movies and TV shows, there's no longer Covenant because, like I said, it's been shut down. So what I've been using for the sake of this video is Elysium, now with this new version of Pulse CCM. And again, it shows down there in the description that's got going across the screen that you can find the Pulse CCM build at the Fire TV Guru. All right, so what I'm going to do just to prove to you that it's been up and running, it's been updated properly, we're going to go into Elysium, and I'm just going to click on a title. Now, let's see what we got here. So I'm just going to pick something. Obviously, for copyright purposes, guys, I won't be able to play it, or even if I do just for a couple of seconds so that you can see. But what you'll notice right off the bat is once we do find the link for something, you'll see a lot more 1080 and HD quality type streams that you can click on. So for example, if I go to Big Bang Theory, again, just be patient, let it do its thing. If you click on it, just wait. And then once it asks me for, I guess, whatever season I want to choose or whatever it is, and I'll just choose the most recent season. Okay. So I'll just go to season 11. All right, so I'll select this episode. Preparing sources. Here we go. And almost done. And the last one's always the longest one, isn't it? Just finishing that one up. Okay. Now we should get a page with the most recent updated sources, or excuse me, links to watch the episode. So I've done this a few times now, and like I said, it's been pretty consistent in terms of the links that it's finding. It's been able to find a lot of 1080 and 720 HD streams. So we should see that here in a second. And there we go. All right, so just as a reminder, whenever you see this, that means it's available in full 1080p HD. HD just means it's 720, and obviously at the bottom there, you have standard definition, okay? So I'm just gonna try the HD 1081. And let's just see. Everybody's different, but I normally just click on the first link and then try to see. And after a point in time, most of you will get to know which one of these websites or these links work better than others. So we'll see. I just know that some people, depending on your internet connection or how old or how fast your box is, sometimes 1080 may not be the greatest one. Perfect. And there you go. So now there is some stuff that shows up for subtitles. If that does show up, you just basically want to go over to here, and the default is set up for enabled. Uncheck that, and the subtitles are off. And now we have, again, the most recent episode of The Big Bang Theory with 1080p and 720p streams available. Again, guys, I just want to do this quick video and do this for you. So that's pretty much it. If you just follow those simple basic steps, if you're already on the Pulse CCM build, you can just wipe it and then start from here. But this is, as of right now, the way to get it updated. And again, I've been using Elysium for the time being. These other apps I'm sure work great as well too, but just for the time being, I've just been using Elysium, but feel free to do as you please. The other thing, guys, I highly insist on, and I know everybody is different, there's a ton of them out there, and I mentioned in my previous video, is an auto cleaner. Guys, auto cleaners are essential for KODI. A lot of the build designers have put their own types of maintenance things in here to be able to do like clearing of cache. So you have like the pulse cleaner as well too. Just remember to do that. But I like using an auto cleaner because most of the newer auto cleaners out there, you can basically set it up so that it clears every time you open and close KODI. So again, highly recommend an auto cleaner. If you're not sure which one to use, you just type a search into YouTube for auto cleaners and you'll get like a million or more hits, and they're all really, really, really good. So that's it for now. I know a lot of you guys were asking for this video, so I'm going to post it, and make sure, again, always like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them for you. All right? Take care for now, guys. Bye.